Okay, let's move on to the don'ts. The don'ts are, I mean, a lot of these seem quite obvious, but you'll be surprised at how many brands have got it wrong so far and have been very heavy-handed and have come across as opportunistic and crude with their marketing and their offers. So my number one don't is to not be opportunistic. Don't see COVID-19 and the coronavirus as a platform or as an opportunity for you to create and create content or leverage your brand message. It is not an opportunity. It is a global pandemic and people are dying and people are scared. You do not want to play on people's fears, as I've said earlier before, but you don't either want to use it as an opportunity to sell stuff, because I promise you it will backfire. You know, don't forget, people are at home a lot more. They are worried and they are spending a lot more time online, and they will call out brands that they feel are being heavy-handed and who are promoting something so awful for their profit. So be very mindful of that. There's a company called GoSun. It's like a solar powered company. I think they make like solar powered ovens and all that kind of stuff. And my husband got a press release from them. He's a journalist, the day before yesterday, and the title of the press release was, or the title of the email, and also subsequently the type of the press release was, "The Bright Side to Coronavirus." Now, it's kind of laughable because it's so awful. There is no bright side to coronavirus. There is only a downside to it, and using it in that way is really crude. It did backfire. They got bad press. Nobody who received that press release thought that it was in any way a good idea. I'm not suggesting that you would be as heavy-handed as that, but, you know, to promote, to put your prices up if you sell things during this time, or to, promote the fact that you've got sanitizers in stock but they're like 200 quid each, is just not, it's so out of tune with the mood, and out of tune with the nation's mood, the global mood. So be very mindful of that. Now, another thing that I really don't think that you should do is change your entire personality. You know, if you're a brand that's always been a bit light and fun and likes humour, don't feel like you have to have a personality bypass. It will confuse your customers, and that's not what they need right now. You know, lots of people turn to brands at times like this because they know what that brand's about and what it stands for. So if you're a brand that's about tongue-in-cheek humour and having a laugh or whatever, you can still do those things. You have to be mindful in your message and what you're saying, but don't stop. You know, still be you, still do you. In now more than ever, you know, it's important. Could you imagine if all these comedians suddenly, I've got some amazing friends that are comedians who do create amazing content online. If they start just going dead serious and like scaring everyone and having a personality bypass, I'm going to think either they're ill, which would panic the hell out of me, or that I'll just stop following them because they'll be dead boring, and it's not why I was there in the first place. So as I say, be mindful with your messaging. Don't joke about coronavirus, or don't use it as an opportunity to create a joke or humour. You don't need to go there. Just do you and what you normally do, but just be mindful about the message that you put out there. But please don't change who you are, because a little bit of light relief goes a long way.